Okay, I'm going to do a video on the benefits and disadvantages of playing press coverage. Usually when you play press coverage or basic mirror coverage is basically you line up the defensive back over the wide receiver like I'm showing you here. The only thing about that is at some point, more times than not, they're going to lose their contain or they're going to let go of the receiver, and then you're going to get a free release, the receiver going that way and the defensive back going that way, which puts you in no position to defend the pass. If you play in a rule set where there's a pivot, usually a pivot can get you off that jam, and the defensive back can adjust, and usually they'll lose contain at some point with that, as well as more likely sooner than later. So what I like to do is have them back off. Depending on if I have inside or outside help, I'll back up. A close coverage would be 10 yards. Once you turn that board, I'm going to turn it on for a quick beat, and you'll see the ground they eat up. Quick stoppage, they're engaging each other. That's as quick as I could stop the board. So even though it's a smaller board, you can see they both ate up 5 yards, 5 to 6 yards, so where they ended up making contact with each other. So try backing them back about 15 yards. So now he's 15 yards, but now you risk the chance of him missing on the jam. So that's where whatever's going on inside and outside plays a factor. Usually you're going to have a linebacker somewhere around here and a defensive end here. So you usually want to shade him to the outside. So if you miss to the outside, and he'll go to the inside, which where all his help is. Okay, let's try it 15 yards away. As you can see, he was able to hold him a little bit, but you got to think about the time that elapsed that closed the ground. Then he held him for about the same amount of time that he would hold him if he was lined up directly over him. Okay, I'm going to run it with the press up close. Okay, that was actually pretty good. He actually pushed him back, and then but eventually he's going to slide off. Try it again. That was pretty good also. He knocked him out of bounds. Now I'm going to have him off, and I have him slightly to the outside of him. Now I'm going to have him at 15 and do a quick on and off. That was a double on and off, but I forgot all I had to do was release it, so try it again. Actually, yeah, 15 yards off and a quick on and release. See? Not bad. Try it again. Same thing. 7 yards each, 8 yards from the defensive back, 7 for the offensive player. 8 up that 15-yard cushion. Now let's try it at 20. That was 20-yard cushion on the smaller board, and now you can see there's only about 1.5 yards separation. Now let's go 25 yards. 3.5, 4 yards separation. Usually you're going to have a defensive end here and a linebacker there. Last one, I'm going to try 30 yards off. Clearly see you got the release to the inside. You would only have him off that far knowing that you have inside help, or if it's his own coverage where he's going to release him to the inside and then pick up the flat. So that was just a short video explaining why I choose to play off instead of press coverage. Like I said, a lot of times in most rule sets you can pivot right off that press. So with the cushion, even if they pivot off, depending on which side leverage you're using, you're still be in a good position to engage him and hold him up, as well as shade him to the inside or the outside, making a difficult pass.